Hey, it's Eli Campbell. In our Common Folk in the Boat series, we highlight the fact that the Yampa Valley attracts some of the best in their respective fields. Well, March 1st through 3rd, 2024, the Yampa Valley is going to be playing host to some of the best bluegrass musicians as well. And we're excited to have an opportunity to chat with a few of them before and while they're in town. This is our Common Folk spin-off, WinterWonderGrass Folk in the Boat. Eli Campbell here with you from the Commons Food Hall, where we are continuing our spin-off of our Common Folk in the Boat series with WinterWonderGrass Folk in the Boat. We are interviewing a lot of the musicians coming to town this weekend for WinterWonderGrass, and really excited to have a local band in our space here at the Commons Food Hall. It is the Little Moon Travelers. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Doing great.
Thanks
For
having us.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you guys here. Now, I was reading on your website that you guys are kind of a positive product of the COVID shutdown. You're trying to beat the boredom of shutdown and coming together as friends, playing mostly just campfire impromptu sessions. And at some point you decided that maybe we should make a little bit more structure out of this, turn this into a band. Can you talk about the origins of the Little Moon Travelers?
Sure, yeah. So Vaughn Wilson, who a lot of people in this town probably know, might have cracked your back. He might have made horseshoes for your horse. He may have sewn you a leather apron for your shop. He and I started playing. We played a lot during COVID. We had a lot of bonfires out in the backyard and played a ton. And it was about a year and a half ago that Aaron hopped in and joined us during to keep playing. And a lot of what we play comes from real old time sort of vibe, old time influences. Of course, we have a huge range, but really that sitting around the campfire, throwing up a couple of mics for fun is what got it going. So
yeah, and I've seen your videos, and it's a pretty simple setup. It's a couple of mics and just the five of you, four of you. I can't count. Five. Yeah.
2 to 5.
Math is. That's why I've always been on radio and nothing ever more extreme than that. Because 4 to 5 was always a hard transition. Yeah. But the five of you kind of just sitting around and singing and playing music. And from those origins, now you're kicking off WinterWonderGrass this weekend. You're
heck
playing,
of an honor.
Yeah, I mean, talk a little bit about how that feels. WinterWonderGrass has always done a great job of bringing in the local bands, and you guys were chosen to do that.
So first of all, super honored and grateful to Scotty and that whole crew. Yeah. I think we all can say that. I mean, for me this week, and I'm sure for the rest of us, it's like the week before Christmas. You just wake up and you're like, we get to do it this week. Yeah. And I'll let Eric talk a bit about it, but we were kind of a 2-3 piece band for a while, and then it was about a year ago that we solidified into this 5-piece, and as I joke, things escalated, and I've been doing a ton of songwriting, which we'll get into a little later. But man, we're just so fortunate to kind of get our act together and get our ducks in a row to be able to have the opportunity to come do this. I've been going to it for a long time, and so does everyone else. So
yeah, Eric's played with WinterWonderGrass.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I played the first one with Old Town Pickers, which is another old school Steamboat local band that V-Dubs was in. Back then, we got a lot of good memories.
I mean, we played the 10th year anniversary last year.
We did, here in Steamboat.
They brought back a bunch of those first bands, and we played 2 or 3 years in Avon. And once it came here, I didn't play till last year, but you've been playing.
Oh, yeah, with Buffalo Commons, yeah. So it's funny because we were talking about it. Vaughn and I played with Denton and Jay in Old Town Pickers, and then I also played with Jay in kind of a Jay Raymer band, and then and that was with Dave Carroll in there instead of you, and then Buffalo Commons, of course, and this is my 4th group that I've been able to participate in WinterWonderGrass. So yeah, definitely super blessed.
Picked up a new instrument
and grateful. I was like, let's play the bass.
You just played a mandolin.
You went from something pretty small to about as big as you can go. How's that transition?
Well, I mean, that's how I like to go, man. Go big or go home.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's fun. These guys are super patient with me as I learn to navigate the waters of the upright, and it's been really fun. I mean, Jeremy's writing some really cool songs, and it's been really, really fun to kind of dive in not only the bass, but kind of a new group and new songs and stuff. And I do love the sound, like the old time influence that fiddle banjo thing is really, really cool. So
Yeah,
I'm super excited.
Speaking of some great songs and songwriting, I think you guys are going to play a song for us. Talk a little bit about the first song that you're going to play.
Let's see. What are we going to play first?
Guitars.
Oh, Guitars on the Lawn. That's right. That's what we had on the list.
Yeah. What's the origin? What's the meaning? What's the inspiration?
I'll tell you just briefly. A lot of the songs, we've all kind of had bands throughout the years, and as we joke, played the MLB style. We're just playing all over the place and playing a ton, and we. I took a bit of a break in terms of gigging, just charging after bands when my now 4 and 6 year old girls were, came along, just been busy, but lately I've had a little more headspace to be writing music, to be gathering the band and doing this. But I also about a year and a half ago actually experienced kind of a pretty game-changing scenario with some long COVID, where my entire world stopped. I had one point where I couldn't walk down the block without even being completely gassed, and it was a perspective maker, and kind of wildly, I could talk for days about that, but since that very intense experience and my subsequent recovery from it, I've just been writing a ton of music. Like, it's just pouring out, and it's been super fun. I've been super grateful for that, because there's sort of seasons of writing music, and there's seasons of, the overall life equation doesn't equate to having that mental space to do it. But so we've been writing a ton, and it's just, man, it's a lot more fun and motivating to do it when you have a crew of monster musicians to do it with. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, let's get into a song here from the Little Moon Travelers.
Days were so much longer then. Roam the creek settle down tomorrow. Things they look a little different now. Sit out west. Wind still howls in the midnight hours, and the mornings come too soon. We do our best to remember that these days they won't last, but a flicker upon the moon, and the mornings come too soon. All too soon, like the dawn, like the way we pass our days, dancing through the storm, smashing guitars on the lawn, telling ourselves that things will settle down tomorrow. Yes, telling ourselves that things will settle down tomorrow.
Eli Campbell back with you here from the Commons Food Hall, joined with the Little Moon Travelers. And one thing that I just realized we failed to do right at the intro was introduce the band. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves, talk a little bit about who you are, what else you do in town, and kind of what instruments you're playing.
Start with Vaughn.
I'll
What do you
start.
say?
Yeah, I'm Vaughn Wilson. I actually grew up down the valley a little ways, and I've been up in Steamboat for 35 years, I guess. We came to town to do a coffee business a long time ago, and always played music, always. And that's the one thing about Steamboat is, man, there are players, and it's great. And as I got a little bit older, I'm like, wow, were we the last bunch? And no, there's a new crew here. I'm the grandpa. And the new crew of musicians in town is passed the torch. I mean, it is awesome. It is super awesome. My day job, I'm a chiropractor, and do that a few days a week, and then I have a blacksmith shop. I work a little bit.
You ever get the backs to crack in a beat that you're thinking, oh, that might
Oh
be,
yeah,
that might work,
yeah. Really, I sell crack for a living. What it does. So, yeah, it's all good. But man, I just still love playing. Music is really something for me. It just makes me feel good. You know? It's pretty awesome. And I love playing with these guys and gals.
Non fiddle?
Yeah, my name's Kay McKenzie. I play fiddle. And when I'm not playing fiddle, I own a custom hat shop called Steamboat Hatter, which you may or may not heard of. It's down on 11th Street. But yeah, I've been just really making hats and playing a lot of music. Like within the last year, joined this band and then joined another band, Deer Creek Sharpshooters, who will also be playing at WonderGrass. So I've been pretty full-time with music and hats, much to probably my partner's dismay, 'cause he has to cover the shop a lot, which I really appreciate. But yeah, other than that, love just being outdoors, rafting. I don't know. Yeah.
You're gonna have a busy weekend this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna be a lot more focused on the playing than the partying, but I'm sure I'll squeeze a little bit of partying in there too. A little bit of boogieing. But yeah, super excited.
Great. I'm Aaron Van Wyck. I've been trying to play the mandolin since, I'm a dentist. This is my day job. And when I was in dental school, I got a mandolin, an old mandolin I got from my dad, and just started picking it up. And music was a great outlet, just something as a good hobby to do. And then I got really interested in building musical instruments, so I made a few mandolins. The one I play is one that I built about 10 years ago, and I've been trying to learn how to play it ever since. And then when we moved up, I moved up to Steamboat in 2020 and got connected to Vaughn and Jeremy through some mutual musical friends down in Lyons and on Front Range, and just started playing with those guys, which was super fun, and pretty quickly realized they were going to rope me into getting out of the living room in the backyard and playing some gigs, which has been a lot of fun and good for me. I got 3 daughters, 11, 9, and 5 years old. They're all doing winter sports clubs, so they're skiing and Nordic jumping and just doing all the fun things that Steamboat allows us to do. And so that's kind of my story, where I'm at and where I come from.
And Eric, of course, we just spent about 30 minutes talking all about you in our Common Folk in the Boat series, but
you want to talk about me? Want to talk about me some more?
Let's hear a little bit more
Let's
about
talk about me. Eric Baker. I play now the upright bass in Little Moon Travelers, and I've been in Steamboat since '99, and I also make skis and snowboards. I have a company called Harkens skis, which Eli and I talked about last time I visited with him. This band, I had played in a band with Vaughn, and it's really sweet to be back hanging with Vaughn because he's such a good spirit, and good energy, all that stuff. So that's kind of fun for me. But I knew that the 3 of these guys were playing in Vaughn's backyard quite often, and I kind of weaseled my way in, and because I knew Aaron played the mandolin, and that's what I was playing in Buffalo Commons recently. So I was like, these guys don't have a bass player. Maybe I could convince them to let me play bass with them. And fast forward, here we are. So it's been really fun. And like Vaughn said, Steamboat is awesome. There's a lot of music, a lot of outdoor recreation. There's a lot of opportunity. The community really supports its own, and with Scotty and moving his family to Steamboat, 5 years ago or something like that, it's been amazing that he brought that festival here, and we're just grateful for being asked to be a part of it. Yeah.
Incredible that, like I said, they do a great job with the local musicians. I'm really excited to have you guys opening up WinterWonderGrass. Last but not least,
Jeremy Campbell. My wife and I moved here about 9 years ago or so, and a year later had our first. Figure out the whole timing is a bit of a blur. Anyway, we've got two girls now. We're loving Steamboat, so we're almost locals. I hear it's 10 years. No, we actually are officially locals, because I hear one of the criteria to be locals is making the blotter. Quick funny story, my daughter was born about a week before COVID happened, and the shutdown, and we were out at Meadows parking lot. No one was there. My wife breastfeeding at the time. We just got to get out of the house. So no one's there. We're out in the parking lot. My daughter's riding around on her little strider bike. We're just enjoying the sunshine, and a cop shows up and tells us we're not allowed to be there, because of the whole shutdown. Everyone's freaking out, whatever. I was, long story short, not in a good place about it. The next day, though, our entire family made the blotter, which was an honor. So, not just me, but the entire, family cited for being at,
blotter, knee surgery.
That's right.
I've done it all.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
10 years is the long way to do it. But anyway, no, we've been here a while, and again, just honored to be a part of this, get it going. Got a couple. I know we've got a couple more segments, but we've got some fun little things we brought as a thank you.
Thank you.
This is kind of some fun swag. We're gonna have on sale at WinterWonderGrass. We made some bandanas.
Bananas.
We got the fancy Little Moon Travelers
the
Fun Meter. So we'll make sure that is moved over towards
there
towards
you
the
go.
super
Not
fun.
yet.
High fun.
Von's favorite here. We have the banjo oil flask.
Oh yes.
So it is Little Moon Travelers fortified with anti-wear adhesives. Additives, for maximum horsepower.
This is what you use to play the band.
That's how he
Fluidly,
plays
right?
so well.
Yeah, exactly. I like this stuff, and of course, you guys are going to be at WinterWonderGrass, I'm sure. Not just trying to get some merchandise out there, but playing some music.
Yep.
We're going to have another song from you, and we'll come back and talk a little bit more about that. What's the next song?
The next tune is called Gone Wayside, and this was one of the first tunes I wrote sort of after going through all that long COVID stuff, a whole lot of insomnia, late nights, not sleeping, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. And this was sort of the first tune that kicked out from that whole experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we will have that from the Little Moon Travelers.
This tune is called Gone Wayside. You say what?
Gone wasted. Wayside. I've been gone wasted on Wayside. I've Thank you. All right.
We're back with the Little Moon Travelers here from the Commons Food Hall. This is getting you guys ready for WinterWonderGrass. Obviously, based off of the hats that you're wearing, the hat that I'm wearing, you know, we're all just fans of WinterWonderGrass as well. So can you talk not just about what, you know, me playing WinterWonderGrass means to you, but what you're looking forward to from the festival in general?
Absolutely. We, I mean, Vaughn's got some.
Molly Tuttle is one of my favorite ticklers and just musicians in general. And AJ Lee as well. And those guys kind of grew up together, playing in bands together. And I really like AJ Lee's voice as well.
Yeah.
And actually, Molly Tuttle's brother, Scully, plays with AJ Lee.
In her band, yeah.
In her band. And so that's going to be a great, great show.
Yeah.
So. And Sierra Farrell, I've kind of been getting into lately as well.
Oh, yeah.
We
Live
went and
is
saw
killer.
her in,
She's
in
wonderful.
Santa Fe last spring. She did a show down there. We were just going and we're like, let's get tickets. And so she puts on a great show. And she's her own thing, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the caliber of people coming is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Paul Cauthen, dude,
That's right.
He's a party.
he's a good time.
Yeah.
I think last year he was a little bit of a wild card. Talking
Definitely.
to Scotty, he was a little like unsure about it, and I probably brought the biggest buzz
Oh,
of the
yeah.
entire
So
festival
fun.
last
We
year.
were blown away.
Yeah.
My wife and I were like, this guy is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
From the stage presence to the music, I mean,
whole
it's
deal.
full energy the entire time he's up there. So, and I've always found with WinterWonderGrass, you know some of the names, you know what you're gonna get from the String Dusters or the Kitchen Dwellers, Paul Cauthen, but it's the side tents that are always the most impressive to
I
me. I
agree.
mean, last year for me it was Mama Magnolia
Oh
was
my
in the
God.
side
Great
tent,
band.
and I couldn't get enough of them. And you guys are playing one of those side tents. Maybe you'll be that for a few people this
Yeah,
year, but
let's
it's
hope.
talk a little bit about that experience of kind of in between the sets and what you like about that.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I got to do one main stage set last year with Buffalo Commons, but over the years we've always played in the tents. Actually, I take that back. The first year in Edwards, there was only one stage. So we played the main stage.
We did. We opened up the show.
Yeah. And so,
And we made the front page of the paper because it had to be on a deadline to get out.
exactly.
That's what you
And-
get for playing
That's
early.
right.
Yeah.
And Michaela Schifrin had just won this World Cup. There was the headlines all about her, and this is a veil paper, but it was a picture of us. So it was awesome. I still have that paper. So
Do you?
I do. I have a copy of it. So anyway, the tents are amazing. They're actually more fun, I think, in my opinion. And maybe I'm just not the pro that that's got to play at that main stage or whatever. But the tents are great. The energy is amazing. They're jam packed
And they're
with
warm.
people. They're warm. It's
where the
more
drinks
intimate.
are.
The stage is down, so you're really close to the people, and the tents get packed. The energy is always so high. I love playing in the tents. I think that's, and like you said, like I've seen, what is that band? Tejon's Street Corner Thieves. They're like out of Colorado Springs. Oh, amazing last year in the side tent.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. You get to see new music by lesser known bands.
I think that's kudos to Scotty and that whole crew, because man, they've just got their, it seems like their ears to the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like I've ever walked into one of the tents, man, like every time you just walk in, you're like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Absolutely.
Plus, it's a week later this year again, so it's supposed to be super nice weather.
Good weather, and I
For
think
Friday, Saturday for sure.
with the tents, it's you can get some of the main stage talent in some of those tents
Totally.
as well. I talked to Sam Grisman, and he's playing main stage on Friday, playing tents on Saturday.
Yeah.
The Winter Wonder Women are a group of women that Lindsay Lou's always on the main stage and in the tents, and so you're getting a great mix. And like you said, it's such an intimate little space there. Now, when you guys are playing, I think there's a little extra incentive, from what I understand. Maybe some beer or something that helps get people there.
Yeah, 2 to 5 every day, free beer tasting. Actually, they've expanded. I mean, it's every year. I saw with
many
Scotty
brewers.
last year. I'm like, bro, every year this festival gets better and better and better. Like, I'm always amazed at whether there's more beverages and different varieties involved. Those Thunderhead dinners that they do on Thursday nights, or I went to one last year and I just got a surprise from my wife Molly. She bought tickets for this year too, so we're going to see Dan Saminsky have these killer dinners. It's really, everything about the festival is actually really cool in my opinion. And the VIP, I mean, I know it's a pricey ticket, but it's so worth it. Like, everything that they provide in there, I mean, you have your own bar, you get dinner every night, and heated viewing area. I mean, it's really, really top shelf, I think. Yeah.
I think tickets are still available for single day, which you guys are going to be playing Friday, so we'll pump up Friday. But if you want to have any of the days this weekend and for the full festival, you can get them at winterwondergrass.com.
Yeah, there might be some 3 days. They're getting slim, but there might be some too. So if you want to get on it, see us.
Do it.
And Paul Cawthon, and when Sierra Farrell comes and sits in with us.
Yeah. Yeah, don't tell anybody. That's the secret surprise. Yeah. You're trying to manifest your destiny there.
Definitely.
You speak it into existence.
That's right.
Well, we've got one more song from you guys. Can you tell me about the last song that you'll play for?
Sure. Before we do, I just want to say that we're doing this because we're having a ton of fun. And for us, as we've all had our previous bands, sometimes it can turn into a grind, but as we're doing this, we started this thing out saying, let's have fun with this. And again, music, the hang, we all love hanging out with each other, and the tunes, and it's just to keep things light. Recently, I got a lot of googly eyes in the mail, and can I see your microphone you normally use?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this thing here. Anyway, this is our last little gift to you.
Oh, wow.
Some googly eyes for the microphone.
We also have a show coming up March 22nd at Perry Mansfield.
Yeah.
And they've kind of done a roots thing out there that we did it last year trying to get it going a little bit. And, and then they've kind of taken over with it, and they've had... we're March 22nd, and Apple Pie Order is opening up for us, which is going to be a great show. And there's only not that many tickets left. They have pre-sale to that.
There's like 20.
Perry Mansfield.
There's like 20 tickets left.
But big shout out to Perry Mansfield, Joe Haynes, Ben Spiegel up there. They've been doing some incredible things to bring the community into Perry Mansfield and have not just be a summer camp, for dance and theater, but now they're trying to do a lot more music. So everyone, please keep your eye out for concerts up there. They rebuilt a 75-year-old theater, and it is just going to be something special. So, like I said, please keep an eye out. They're all about, again, just really making a new push to involve the community with new cool things.
Yeah. You guys are playing March 22nd?
March 22nd with Apple Pie Order.
Yeah. So March 22nd with Apple Pie Order at Perry Mansfield, and then
the Julie Harris Theater.
WinterWonderGrass this Friday.
That's right, Friday.
Appreciate you having us.
Yeah, of course. Let's get one more song, and then we'll be excited to see you guys on Friday.
Right on.
Awesome.
Cheers.
She's just too far to call, just too far to run to her, just too far to call. Yesterday I was feeling like a king.